Welcome back. Welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day one of center. So, how do we center? I've been really feeling the sense of how do I center my attention, my intention, my sense of priorities. How do I align myself with the deeper sense of myself, the deeper sense of where I want to be in a week, in a month? And so, yeah, how do you center? How do you align? How do you really put yourself into the sense of, in this moment, in this place in my life, this is where I want to go? And for me, I do that by turning up and doing yoga, by turning up and dipping myself in the river every morning, by walking the dogs, by doing my meditation. How do you center yourself? So just take a moment right now, this moment, and just bring your hands to your heart and close your eyes. So just aligning yourself to the deep center of you. So take a few smooth, long breaths that you feel you fill into the deep of you. Feel the air passing through your nostrils, down into your throat, and filling into your chest, into your belly. It's not necessarily a bigger breath, it's just breath. Center yourself in your breath. Nice. So this month of yoga, we're going to be focusing on side bending, twisting, forward bending, and backward bending, kind of the movements we do with our torso. And each day we're going to cultivate a relationship to one of those movements. Today it's all about side bending. So come rest on your mat. We're going to do the wave. So we're going to start on the floor, come up to stand, and then come back down onto the floor. And there will be a peak pose where we really settle in and deepen into our breath. It's really nice to be back. It's very nice to have my yogis with me this morning. And come, lie on your back. Come. So landing, arriving, settling in. Feeling your breath in your belly. And then begin to rock your knees from side to side. And as you do so, notice maybe this is the first time since the 21st of December that you've moved. Maybe this is the first time in even longer since you moved. Maybe you've been doing yoga all the way along. Who knows? So just as you rock from side to side, feel that you're connecting to your belly, to the threads and the strings that attach your knees to your hips, to your torso. I feel it all the way up into my neck, into my shoulders. Nice. Now we're going to move into gliders. So bring your arms wide and then draw your right knee. Your knees are down towards the left. Draw your right knee up towards your left shoulder. And then come back to center. And then over towards the right with your left knee. So as you travel from one side to the other, just feel awakening into the sides of your hips, the side of your body. As my knee travels towards the left, I'm really bringing my right shoulder deeply to the floor. I'm allowing my rib cage and my side body to begin to lengthen and open. As I draw my knee up, and as I draw my knee up, I'm really feeling into, sensing into the sides of my body. Noticing, feeling, sensing. Cool. Keep your arms wide, push your feet down into the floor, and then roll up along your spine to push your hips up towards the ceiling. Keep your bum squeezed and slowly lower down. So don't unsqueeze your bum. And you'll notice that it's a bit like tapping your head and making a circle with your forehead. Or so just squeezing your bum, traveling up. The squeeze at the top is really obvious. And then slowly as you lower down, try and keep the squeeze on. Notice how that is for you. Squeezing on the way up and squeezing, squeezing, squeezing on the way down. Squeezing on the way up. And squeezing, squeezing, squeezing on the way down. Nice. Next time you rise, pause. Just pause. Feet are flat on the floor. Hips are rising. Bum is squeezing. Arms are relaxed and resting to your sides. Your neck is comfortable. There is weight into your shoulders, but it feels like wholesome weight for you. Whatever distance that is for you is what you're gauging. So in my yoga, the most important thing is the sensations that you're feeling, not the shapes or the exact angle or what it looks like from the outside. You're noticing the effort in your legs, the squeeze of your bum, the lengthening of the front of your hips, the pressure and weight into your shoulders. Nice. Lower your bum halfway down and then just rock your knees from side to side with your bum floating in the air. So now we're beginning to connect into the side body a little bit more. It's just a small movement with the knees. As I travel my knees towards the right, I feel the left side of my body engaging, but I feel something shortening on the side where my knees are traveling. As you travel from one side to the other side. Nice. Drop your bum to the floor. Stretch your legs out long and rest. Just pausing there. Feel the breath in your belly, the strength of your legs, the resting of your arms. Nice. So bend both knees and bring your feet together, your thighs together, and then bring your left arm long beside your ear and drop your knees down towards the left and end up so that you're lying on your left arm and your right hand is like scaffolding just in front of you. Nice. Stretch your right leg long and then lift your right leg up as far as it feels comfortable to lift it and then lower it down. Lift your right leg up, lowering down. Lift your right leg up, lowering down. Lift your leg up and pause. So you're pushing down into your heel. You have a sense of your bum is working, your hip is working, your inner thigh is working. I'm pushing deeply down into my heel. And then drop your leg down. So the next movement is strengthening the side body and the upper part of your body. So push your right hand down and then lift your left hand and a little bit of your left shoulder off the floor and then lower down. And as you do this, you're going to feel like the right side of your body is squeezing deeply for this to happen. And the left side of your body is pushing into the floor. Lift the left arm, left shoulder, and my right hand is really helping me do that. I push my right hand down. So the next time that you lift, pause there. And lowering down. Both together. Right leg, left arm. And so you're lifting your limb and your torso up as you travel together. Up and up. Nice. Resting on the floor, bring both knees together. Nice. Reach your right hand forward, as far forward as it'll go. So now it's like your chest is going to try and come to the floor. And now pull your right elbow back to the floor behind you. Reach your right hand forward. It's like my right shoulder is trying to come to the floor. And then pull your right elbow back, bending your elbow, pull it back to the floor behind you. We're going to turn this into pendulum. Draw your right knee up towards your chest. So now as you travel your right hand forward, your right foot glides backwards. As your right elbow goes back, your right knee comes forward. So we're strengthening, toning, connecting into the whole right side of our body as we glide forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. One more time. Forwards and backwards. Nice. Come to lie on your back. I'm going to change sides so I don't have my back to you. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Great. So right arm long beside your ear, thighs together, knees together. Roll over onto your right side with your left hand pushing into the floor. Stretch your left leg long. Lift your left leg up, hitting the plant, and lower it down. Lift your left, hitting the candle. Left leg up, lower it down. And I'm really pushing down into my heel as I do this. And so there is this thing where you can turn your leg and then your foot goes really high. I don't want to do that. I'm keeping my toes pointed in the same direction as my face. So my leg stays at the same angle the whole time. My toes are pointing forward. One more time and pause. Holding it, feeling your inner thigh, your outer thigh, the deep buttock. How are you stabilizing this? How are you holding this? And lowering down. Great. So pushing the left hand down, lift the right arm, right shoulder up, and then lower down. Lift, down, lift. And my left hand is really active here. Without my left hand, I wouldn't be able to lift. No, it would be really different. So there's a push and a side bend happening. Next time you lift, pause. And lowering down, both together. Left leg, right arm. Left leg, right arm. And then left leg, right arm. All the way down. Bend both knees. Reach the left hand forward like you're trying to bring the front of your shoulder to the floor. And then pull your left elbow back and bring it to the floor behind you. Reach your hand forward like you're trying to bring your shoulder to the floor. Pull your elbow back, bring it back. Draw your right knee forward. Oh, left knee forward. So I'll introduce this now. So I'm really dyslexic. So my left and right is really vague and very confused at times. So this is my left knee I've now drawn forward. Left hand goes forward, left foot goes back. Left knee comes forward, left elbow goes back. So my whole left side is traveling and strengthening and connecting. Notice your breath. Keep yourself in the sensations of your body. How do you feel your body as you travel? How do you center yourself in the sensations of this moment? How do you anchor yourself into the now? Nice. One more time. Super duper. Roll over onto your back. Pause for a moment. Pause. Feel it. Notice. Connect. Wonderful. So rolling over and notice how you get up off the floor. So we're going to come all the way up to stand. How do you do that? What's your way of coming up to stand from the floor. We're going to get really interested in that as we go along in the month. So stand in the middle of your mat. And so there's a few movements I've been really intrigued by. One is this thing called a heel raise. It's a soleus strengthening, calf strengthening. So you can either bring your hand to the wall if you wish, or if you feel like you have good balance, then just stay where you are and just lift your heels off the floor and then lower them down. We're going to do it 10 times, okay? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice, super. Another movement I'm really intrigued by. I remember Beth Ann telling me about this years ago. So just lift your chin up towards the ceiling and feel like there's a stretch through the front of your throat as you do this. And then push your chin forward. So it's more or less ugly yoga. So I'm going to come closer a bit to do this. Okay, so pull your chin up and then push your chin up towards the ceiling. And then kind of just travel from side to side, kind of moving your chin. Moving your chin forward. The things I do for ye. And kind of feel like how ugly it doesn't really serve it. Like how deeply can you stretch in a really social way? Oh dear. And just feel that. You know, I love having my hands here on my chest. As I do it, it gives me a little bit more feedback. And I'm really trying to get all the way down into my collarbones and down into my neck. And I'm pushing my chin forward every once in a while. Great. So those two movements, lifting our heels, supposed to be really amazing for your heart regulation, all kinds of stuff. And then this is just really good in general, just for all the stuff that we do that's rounded forward. This is the antidote for it. So come stand on your mat again and stand to the front of your mat. We're going to do a sun salutation. So reach your arms wide and just interlock your fingers and inhale deeply. And as you inhale, side bend to the right. And then slowly come back to center, exhaling. And then as you side bend to the left, inhale deeply. And then as you exhale, come back to center. Inhaling, side bend to the right. How deeply can you fill into the right side of your body? Back to center. One more time. Inhaling to the left. How deeply can you inflate into your side, into your ribs as you do this? Nice. Super. Lean a little bit back, inhaling deeply into your belly. And then bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way forward to bring your hands to the floor. Bend your knees enough that your hands are in contact with the floor. Your head is down in the direction of your knees. Pause there. Just have a sense of really rounding your back. Pushing your hands down as much as you can. So there's this sense of engaging your hands into the floor. Breathing into the back of your body. Nice. Bring both hands to your shins. Straighten your arms, arch your back and look forward. So now I'm arching my back. My knees are a little bit bent for this. They can be straight, but it's not as, your back doesn't move as much when your legs are straight. So bend your knees to arch your back, really lifting the chest to look forward. Breathe here. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Walk your feet slowly back, both feet back. Pause in your plank. Breathing here. Heels are pulling back, hands are engaging fully, arms are straightening, and you're pulling your chest and your navel towards your spine. So my hips aren't dropping. I feel like this sense of my spine is really lifting my hips. And drop your knees to the floor. Sit your bum back towards your heels, lengthen through your arms. And breathing into it. Listening to your shoulders always, never going beyond sensations of wellness, wholesomeness, connection. We're finding our center, that sense of intention towards wellness in the deep of us. Coming forward, lower your hips to the floor, lower your chest to the floor. Point through your toes, lift through your chest and look forward. Grab the floor with your hands and pull your hands towards your hips, but they're not going to move anywhere. Just have a sense of pulling with your hands. Breathe deeply into your belly. Super. Drop your head down. You have two different ways of doing this. One is that you bring your elbows to the floor and push back, or you keep your hands on the floor and you push back. Push all the way back into your downward dog. Pull your heels back towards the floor. Push your hands deeply down. And just connect to the length of you this morning, today, the 1st of January, 2024. Happy New Year. Really feel that in the deep of your heels. We're going to do those calf lifts again. So lift your heels as high as they'll go. Drop your heels down. Keep your legs straight as you do this. So I'm not bending my knees to do this. I'm keeping my legs straight. So it's my feet that are creating the action. Lift your heels. Drop. Heels. 3. Lift. 4. Lift. 5. Lift. 6. Lift. 7. Lift. 8. Lift. 9. Lift. 10. How cool. Pull deeply back into your heels. Pause. Nice. Drop your knees to the floor. Sit your bum back into a child's pose, resting your head on your hands. Notice your calves, your knees, your feet. Really folding deeply. That sense of your belly dropping down, your hips are folding, your spine is lengthening. Just reach your arms out forward. Walk both hands over towards the right hand side. You can bend your right hand, right elbow, so that your right hand is resting beside your knee, and then lean deeply into the left side of your body. Find that breathing into the left side of your body again. Let's just really settle here. Deep side body. Nice. Other side. Walk your hands over towards the left. My left elbow is bent and my hand is beside my knee. My right arm is long and over towards the left. And I feel this deep and long breath that is filling into the right side of my body. Nice. Both hands to the floor, rising up into your cat, and just rounding your back and then arching your back. Just feel that through the spine. So as we progress through the month, as we connect into the different layers of movement, the ways that we breathe, finding our center, walk your hands forward, and then just pull your heels back. So I'm quite high in the air with my chest, with my arms, and my intention is to pull my hips back as far as I can. Centering yourself in your sensations. There is a sense of wellness, a sense of strength, stability, range of motion. But most of all, you're able to stay with what's happening. If it's too intense, then we tend to stop or to not come back again to do more. So remember, don't overdo it. The two principles of staying with movement, staying with anything, are do no harm. So shrink the goal, make things as small and as doable as possible so that you want to come back again tomorrow. And then always moving forward, always moving, creating effort, aligning yourself just to the goal, to the intention, and doing the smallest version of that in your day. Pull your hips back a little bit more. Nice. Come lie on your back. We went a bit longer today. It's first day of the year. So just land on your back. Rock your knees gently from side to side. And then stretch your legs out long. You can bring your hands to your heart if you wish, or to your belly. And just feel the sense of, how do I center myself in my breath? What tells me that I'm breathing right now? What are the sensations? Where are the sensations? What parts of my body do I feel breath? The sensation of air, sensation of movement. So staying with your breath. Stay with the sense of, as it travels in, as it travels out, just feel the movement of your breath. And then align yourself to the intention that it would be really, really awesome for January. For me, January goes on forever. It's like I keep expecting, because the winter solstice has happened, that change will happen and suddenly there'll be light. And then there's nothing changing, it seems. And so for me, moving every day really creates a sense of state and change, a change in state, a change in, the deep of me, the deep dark of me really gets met in a very nourished and supported way when I move every day. So maybe for you, set the intention to be here every day. It would be a pleasure to have you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope to see you again tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I was going to say 5. I don't know. I'm going to be here at 7 o'clock, but you can watch this back at any stage during the day, whenever suits you. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. And you can find me on my website, which is www.yogawithkira.yoga. If you have any questions, the next image has Sinead's email on it. So info@nother.com. So if you want to know more, if you want to find out more, then email me and Sinead at that email. Thanks for joining me. It's really lovely to be here. So happy to be back. Wow, it's just so nice. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.